Hi everybody, this is Alyssa with Twin Cup Tarot, and I have another reading here for you today. Alright, so this is going to be a general energy reading for February of 2020. So this is going to be a very general message, but energy is fluid, time is an illusion, roles can be reversed, and this may not be your story. And if not, that's okay. There's so many amazing readers out there. One of them will resonate with you. All right, guys. So this is going to be a prediction for the month of February, okay? I'm just going to lower you down here so you can see the cards. We're going to use the standard Rider-Waite deck, one of my favorite decks for actually, kind of looking at different energies in general. So let's get going. Oh, wow. So I see that a lot of you in the month of February, you're no longer wanting to wait, okay? You're not feeling very patient, that's for sure. And you're wanting to move out of this sense of conflict, and you're wanting to get into a more stable place right now. And I'll lower you guys just a little bit more there. So I'm really seeing that a lot of you are just wanting things to change, and you're wanting it to change right now. Yeah, with this Judgment in reverse, I'm seeing that a lot of you just want to leave things in the past. You no longer want to be, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like a lot of you felt imprisoned in your past, locked up in your past. And you don't want that anymore. You want to move on to things that are new. With this Temperance, it's kind of interesting because I saw this card as kind of impatience, and here this talks about patience, and tranquility and calm. So I think this is something you are searching for. And I get a couple different messages with this. With the Devil card, I get that some of you might actually be leaning towards some kind of addictions during the month of February because you're feeling very impatient, you're feeling conflicted, you want to move away from that, and because of that you maybe lean on something that isn't exactly healthy for you. Now, that doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It could also be overindulging in food, overindulging, it could even be overindulging in exercise or overindulging in sex, or it could be a million different things. It just talks about something, overindulgence, toxicity, that kind of stuff. So some of you, I think, are trying to move away from this, and some of you might be trying to numb the feelings that are currently, plaguing you at this time. Oh, that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Well, we're taking them. We're taking them. Why not? Okay, so we have the Death in reverse, we have the King of Wands in reverse, and we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So I see that a lot of you are wanting to rush this ending, okay? You're wanting to rush the transformation here, but the more that you try to rush it, whatever situation you guys are thinking of that you want to rush towards, that you want to be done with, whatever new start you're thinking about, you're delaying it further by trying to rush it. I'm getting that a lot of you need to let these situations play out as they are. There needs to be some patience here in order to get that ending, new beginning, or transformation that you're trying for. With this King of Wands in reverse, once again, I think we're feeling very impassionate, and we're feeling very passionately about this, but not in a very healthy manner. And I get that a lot of you are kind of trying to bust through this door like the Kool-Aid man. I don't know, every time I see the King of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse, I don't know why, every single time I think of the Kool-Aid man busting through the door, okay? I'm not sure why. That just always kind of comes to mind. And with this Four of Swords, you guys aren't wanting to be patient anymore. You aren't wanting to wait. You're wanting action now. Wow. Wow, guys. Wow, guys. That was about to flip out. What is that? Star in reverse. So a lot of you, once again, you're feeling like your wish fulfillment is just not happening. You might be feeling a lack of hope, okay? And I think a lot of you might actually be feeling this right now. I don't necessarily think that this is something that you're only going to feel in February. I think a lot of you are already kind of feeling this. And maybe, this is the Aquarius card. Okay, this is one of the Aquarius cards. So it's very possible that you guys are feeling that energy very strongly, okay? very strongly. Now, one thing I want to do, I'm kind of getting the story over and over and over again because it's such a strong energy. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out, I think the Kipper deck would be a good one here. So I want to get, kind of a roughly, I always take whatever cards come out, so it might be more than 4 cards. But I want to get a card for each week for February to just kind of break this down just a little bit more. I'm going to get a drink here. My orange juice. Okay. So let's start with the first week of February, second week, then third week, then fourth week. Wow. This is wanting to jump. Okay. 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 That card completely flew off the counter there. Wow, that flipped right in there. Okay. Okay. So first of all, for the first week of February, I got courtships. Oh, there's a bit of glare there from my phone screen. Okay, I don't know if you guys could see that very well at all. There we go. I think that's better. I think that's better. Okay, so for a lot of you, okay, some of you might be starting a romantic situation in the first week of February. This could simply be getting to know somebody, because as you see, they very well could be on a date, but for the most part, they're just sitting there talking. They're getting to know each other, but there is some feelings there, okay? So I definitely think for some of you, the first week of February, you might find, a fun, flirty situation with someone, or a very nice, just kind of friendly but romantic interlude, okay? For singles is what I'm getting. For couples, this very well could be the first week of February. You guys are really just taking more time to communicate, taking time to really get to know your partners a little bit better. And that's actually incredible, because a lot of people forget after being with someone for a while that they don't know everything about that person. I don't care if you've been with someone for a year or 50 years. There is always something you don't know about them. There is always something to learn, and people forget that. So I think this is one or both partners really showing an interest in the other person, and that's absolutely beautiful. And now, if this is not romantic related, okay? If this is not a romance week for you, I get that this is about starting something new, but it's more the research phase. So if you guys are in a job that you currently are not wanting to be in, or you're really wanting to put your feelers out there, this energy is you really sitting down and asking people questions about their jobs and how they like it. This is about you researching on the computer or researching wherever for different job openings and finding out about different benefits and that kind of stuff. So I'm getting, for some of you, this courtship is actually you trying to figure out where you might want to move next career-wise. This also could be if you guys have kind of a side job or a side hobby. You might really, like for instance, if you're a musician, you might be trying to convince somebody to look at your music. So either way, I get that there is this definite research, getting to know the situation, really trying to paint yourself in the best light. Well, that's actually a pretty good week for February, first week. So second week, mature woman. So for some of you, that could be, and keep in mind the energy is fluid. This is just a feminine energy, but don't get caught up on the roles. This could be a man or a woman or any of the things in between. So if this is a courtship romantically for singles, this could be the energy of the person that you're getting to know, okay? This could be someone who is very mature. They could be older than you. There's something very just kind of put together about their demeanor, something very elegant. And this is someone who might actually be wise beyond their years, okay? So this is someone who They might make you feel a little bit intimidated, actually, is what I'm getting. But you know what? Honestly, in romance, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because, in my opinion, when you meet people who intimidate you in this sort of fashion, someone who just is very wise, intelligent, it doesn't mean you aren't. It just is, it's a good challenge to you. I love, personally, in my personal life, but I'm also a Gemini, I love people with this energy because it challenges me. Okay, these people who have this kind of wisdom, they really challenge my way of thinking. So I think this is what this person might do for you. Now, if this is not a romantic situation, I see this as being possibly a parent figure or a grandparent, an older aunt or uncle. Well, obviously your aunts and uncles are most of the time older, not always, but most of the time. So I guess that was kind of, but anyway, this is someone possibly older than you who is simply going to play a big role in the second week. If this is a career, then I see this as someone who you might be really looking to for advice on where you should go. This could be the person that you're trying to convince to listen to your music or listen to your situation, listen to your sales pitch, whatever that is. I see that this older person, and I strongly get they're older than you, is just going to play a pivotal role, but I feel like it's going to be a positive role. Okay. And with this high honor, first of all, this completely flipped off the counter, completely jumped. So for the third week, what I get is that you're going to be getting a strong recognition for something, okay? And that very well could be the fruits of this labor here, trying to get to know a situation, really putting in your research, really, hitting the pavement, trying to make things happen for yourself. So actually, I get a really positive energy for the majority of you for the third week of February. I get that you guys are going to have a moment where someone's really going to acknowledge the good work you've done, really make you feel like the work you've done is worthy, or this person simply might be acknowledging you as someone they're really interested in romantically. Okay, now because it flipped off the counter there, for some of you, this might be a little bit different. This might be you getting acknowledgement for something you don't want acknowledgement for. So, and I think this is just a few of you. Just a few of you. And if it's you, you're going to know immediately. There might be something that you've done in the recent past that you don't really want other people to find out about. And I think with this high honor, it's talking about you basically, that truth coming out like a cannonball from the cannon. So for some of you, this might be a trumpeting of your secret that you don't want other people to know, okay? So what I would say, if you have something like that, it is better to have that conversation maybe in this stage, maybe in this first week here, clear the air. Even if it's a truth you don't want to, it's better to have the opportunity to tell this person possibly, what that secret is, so that you don't have this happen. Because it's better if you have a chance to explain your side before it just comes out however it comes out. So for some of you, that's this, okay? And then for the fourth week of February, I get this toil and labor. Now this is interesting. Oh, I just realized the cards are flipped. I totally forgot to turn my camera around. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, this is toil and labor. So this talks about the times of the textile mills. Sorry, guys. I've had such a hard time with my throat chakra this month. I have had the hardest time expressing myself verbally. And it's kind of interesting because I'm a Gemini and we're in Aquarius season. So I feel great, mentally I'm all there. It's wonderful, but I've had quite the hard time expressing myself. That might be the general energy for most of you also. And we talked about, all this communication here. So, and that was actually a problem through most of the signs when I did the sign reads. So I strongly recommend, whatever your sun, moon, Venus, Mars is, you check those out on my other videos because you might get more messaging there. But anyway, in the textile mills, this was a job that nobody really wanted. It was a very dangerous job. You were constantly in danger of losing fingers, and over time you were almost you were almost guaranteed to lose your hearing. So this was not a job anyone wanted. And this was extremely hard, grueling manual labor. Okay, so I'm not saying that you're going to be working at a textile mill, you know, in the 4th week of February, but I get that whatever this is that you're researching, whatever this thing you're trying to make happen, it's going to happen, but it's going to take a lot of hard work. Okay, for those of you that are trying to, you know, make a relationship happen in this courtship phase, the 4th week of February roughly is going to be when you're really going to have to put in some hard work. Okay, there's something, either you or the other person is going to feel like they have something to prove. Okay, and I'm not sure why, but for some reason I'm feeling that. So I would say just be prepared to put in the work necessary. If this is career, once again, you could be starting a new job, and this is the training phase, which in a lot of jobs, the training phase is the hardest part of the job. Just getting to know it, getting through that initial stress of being that person who doesn't know what they're doing, that very well could be the energy as well. And once again, if this is about a secret that you don't want to get out, but it ends up being trumpeted, this could be, you know, the energy you kind of feel trying to scramble, you know, and really prove to this person what your intentions were with whatever this secret is. That's kind of a confusing energy, guys, because I get many different stories, especially with the secret. For some of you, I get that it's not a huge secret, but it's something you want to keep private. It might not even be bad, but it's something you wanted to keep private, and it possibly gets trumpeted out there. It could be, you know, possible wrongdoing, something that you felt was wrong that you did in the past, and then someone comes out and makes it very clear to everybody, especially whoever this person is, and there's a sense of disapproval or betrayal. But either way, that 4th week, I definitely see that being I wouldn't say a bad week, but be ready to get your hands dirty. Be ready to get some dirt under those fingernails, okay? So that's pretty much what I'm feeling for February in general, kind of the breakdown week by week. But I think there's going to be some challenges in February, and I think that's going to be pretty much across the board. But I also see a lot of opportunities here. I see a lot of time. I see that a lot of you are going to be learning a lot of lessons in the month of February. It's going to be about a lot of cycles ending and new cycles beginning. And that's always a little rough. Even if it's something you want it to happen, change can be difficult. Okay? That just kind of comes with the territory. So I know that you guys will be just fine in February. Even if there's some challenges along the way, you guys will get through it. My only advice with February is to try to be as open as possible. Try to communicate as honestly as possible, but as kindly as possible. But because of that throat chakra issue I think most of you are having, I would say definitely try to stay to the point, okay? Try to keep things very much to the point, but kind when you're explaining anything. And don't bust through that door like the Kool-Aid man, you know, whatever this opportunity is that you want right now. Be patient. Don't rush it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I'm getting for February. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to see more videos like this, the zodiac reads, the general reads, all that kind of stuff, please comment down below. I would love to hear your guys' opinions. And if there's any topics that you guys want me to do readings on, I would love to hear that as well. I love getting new ideas, okay? I love you guys so much, and have a wonderful February. Bye.